Well, finally, it's been happening. I've been playing some games. Way! Yes, I've been playing some modern gaming. It's been eventful. It's taken a lot of time. Couple of games on, because I've got a core selection of games I don't want to delete off the system. So, Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed, the latest one, Mirage. Um, what else? Forza, Horizon 5, Forza Motorsport, my core staple titles that usually when I want to play a game, they're the ones I'll go to. I'll gravitate towards them all the time. So don't leave me with much memory left. So I've sorted out my little wallets. Now my games I have in wallets. All the cases are kept up here. And just two big wallets that are sort of open out, and all just the game discs all slotted in. Now I've pulled them all out, gone through, put them in alphabetical order. Very sad, I know. With the idea that I can go through each game one by one and whittle out the fodder, the crap, the stuff that don't really appeal. But as I say, already it's taken bloody ages. I have been playing some games though, on the plus side, because I'm really just up in the air about what to do with gaming. I'm loving the arcade one-ups, and Harry's staying with me this coming week, and I can't wait to. My hands are going to be red raw from all the Mortal Kombat moves and Pac-Man and what have you. The old boy's going to have a bit of arthritis come the end of this week, but can't wait. Counting down the hours, I'll tell you. But so I'm fixated on the arcade cabinets for me retro fix, but new stuff. As I've said before, I'm at a loss with this generation. So I thought the only way to do it is hit it hard, put it all in alphabetical order, one by one. I'm able to fit a couple of games on the system at a time, and so I'll just play them and give them a go. So I started off with a game Too Dark. That's a really good game, quite infuriating, but a real strange sense of humour to it. But it's an old school graphics and isometric sort of top down look. Really cool game. It's a bit of a different sort of thing, but really enjoyed it. That's good. Then I went on to sort of a few others. I've put in Alien Isolation. Finally that loaded in. I had a little blast of that and I thought, I'm fucking sure I played this. And lo and behold, yes, I've bought it at some stage on the Xbox 360. I've got the nice steel tin, lovely edition. But then I've also got the Xbox One edition. So I'll be honest with you, I played it and I thought, oh, I have bloody played this. And it's a very slow game. Really good, but it's very slow. So I don't think I need this in the collection now. So this is one of the titles I've pulled out. I'm going to be nipping to CEX a bit later on today. Sunday, day of rest, not for me. It's going to go to CEX, I think. I don't need both. I prefer this sort of game. I'm not really going to play. I'm not going to get into it. So just chuck it in for a bit of trade credit, and that's the idea. I'm going to go through the games each one by one. Those that I think maybe they might be worth something further on down the line, but these games are so mass produced that I don't envisage them being worth mega money. But also, really, with the way games are, most of them they're just a key to download the full game. So it's kind of one day the old servers and all that will shut down and you fucking miss half your game. So, although having said that, there is a big sort of surge in values for 360 games, but I'm not about all that. I'm not collecting, playing for the values. I've got a hobby and I love it and I want to get gaming and I want to get remotivated in the newer stuff. So Alien Isolation, that was taken out, that's going. Then I had a little go at, what's that game? Again, it's an old school sort of vibe to it, but Bloodstained, that's it. Ritual of the Night, I think it is. That's really cool. I've got into that. It's not really my cup of tea that much, but it's a bit like a side-scrolling 2D Castlevania type thing. I don't know how to explain it, but that is really worth a go as well. Old school graphics, jazzed up, nice bit of spit and polish, and churned out, and it's competent, does what it says on the tin. So that one's staying. Well, I played a cracker this morning. Fucking got proper into it. I mean, I started loading games in yesterday. Because I got a weekend on my Todd, nothing to do, just having sort outs, and I thought I'll get on it, give it a go. And so this morning, the other game that I downloaded overnight, I left it running overnight because I'm fucking sitting there waiting for stuff to load. But this game, now this is Back for Blood, and I think it's like a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 on the 360, and I love them games, really did. But I stuck this in last night, loaded it on this morning, got me, what I couldn't be asked to do my full protein shake and all that, so I had a banana, a nourishment drink, and a few eggs in a drink, and then got playing this. Dog thinks I'm mental. I'm sitting there getting right into this proper old school Billy Basic. I mean, it looks quite nice. Maybe it's a bit samey for most people. I mean, it's built on the old Unreal Engine. But I tell you what, I've had great fun with this morning. Just mindless fucking blasting zombies and infected, and great fun. That's what I kind of needed. I needed just a game to lose a bit of time on. Mindless fun, and it's really cool. So I've really enjoyed that. You've got your squad that come along for the ride with you, and thank Christ, because they bloody helped me out, because I'm crap at games. But the graphics are cool. It's kind of checkpoint. You get to your next safe room, but there's big infected monsters that come after you, as well as you everyday sort of zombies type, and you go looting for stuff, collecting your weapons. There's so many different weapons and armor to use and that, but really loving it. And I think this was only a cheap game. I would guess it's probably somewhere in the region of about £5, but this is the steel tin edition. It's got quite a nice steel tin, to be fair. Da-da-da-da. But really worth a try. So finally I'm getting into my games again and discovering stuff I've already got in a bloody collection that I've never really played, and absolute cracker. So this is staying, and it's staying loaded in as well. I'm going to have carry on with a blast at that bad boy. What is it I've just loaded in? Oh Christ, what is it I've got loading in there? There's some good, it's going to be rough with a smooth. I mean, I've bought so much crap over the years. Oh, what is the game I've got loading in now? I've got Marvel Avengers, and what was the other game? I've sort of dodged a few, as you do. I definitely know, anyway, so leave that as it is, but I definitely know I'm too old for rally games now. I can cope with Colin McRae Rally on the PS1, but the newfound rally games, oh my life, fucking terrible, absolutely terrible. After recent sort of dodgy displays at gaming and driving with Colin McRae, I think it was Colin McRae Dirt 4. I realised I've got Dirt 5, so I loaded that bad boy in, and I've got the other Colin McRae Dirt on, it's the Xbox One, but it's the one with it came with a DVD set as well, big box set. So I loaded that in, I thought, well, that's the oldest game on the Xbox One. Maybe I can cope with that. Well, maybe fucking not. my first race, I go hossing it down. I come to the first corner. I undercut it slightly, causes the car to go up one side, and it goes right over a fucking cliff. And it doesn't respawn. It comes up on the screen. Basically, your car's fucked. Yeah, give up now. You've had it. And I just looked and I've just thought, fuck my life. So I've decided rally games aren't for me, but because, I mean, Colin McRae rally, it's legendary stuff. So I'm going to keep them in the collection because number 4 has got a funky steel tin. As I say, the other one's got a big box set. And Dirt 5, I played it a little bit, but I am totally shit at rally games. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they're too realistic. Give me Colin McRae rally on the PS1 any day. Even then, I ain't that great, to be fair. Not many monsters left now. It's taken me best part of, what, 4 or 5 months to get through. I must have probably 15 left, something like that. So I've drunk 60 of these since whenever it was, February, March-ish. Thing is, I'm not a big fizzy drinker. Bit of ginger brew. My core drink throughout the week is Vimto. Fucking love the Vimto still. Bit of creatine in the bottom. Sip it throughout the day. Job's a good one. But every now and again you need a bit of fizzy. It's so bloody hot lately. So it's got to be done. Anyway, so that's what's happening with regards to playing modern games. I've got a bit of an idea. It's a random one, but I can't get it out of my mind. Now, Buttercup had a PS5. I haven't got a PS5. I haven't got access to one. Neither a PS4. But I'm starting to think, with this modern gaming malarkey, maybe it's time to get a PS5. Because there's games on the PS5 or PlayStation that I've watched being played, but I've not played them properly myself. Titles like The Last of Us, the Uncharted games, God of War, amazing games. And I've not really played them myself. I've always been in the background watching play them. Really enjoyed them, but I'm starting to think where I'm at a bit of a, shall we say, a bit of a strange point with my modern gaming console collecting, playing, blah blah blah. Oh, bit of turbulence. I'm starting to think maybe a refresh. Keep what I've got, play them every now and again, and maybe delve to the dark side, the PlayStation. And then I'm thinking, well, I can't be doing a PS4. That's old hat, isn't it? That's old gen stuff. And then I'm thinking, fuck me, I can't afford a PS5. So, and then I had a brainwave. And it was a bit of an eye-opening moment because I was starting to think, oh, and I'm quite impulsive with buying, collecting and stuff, even when it leaves me fucking proper short of dosh. But I do have these strange sort of side quests, shall we say. And then I thought, you fucking silly arse. I've got a PS3. Super slim, beautiful little claret red thing. All set up, ready to go in the bedroom. And that's how I play my PS1 games. And then I realised I've got The Last of Us. I've got the Uncharted games on the PS3. So I thought maybe it's time to have a little go at them. So Yes, they're not going to be as pretty as the new ones with all the extra spit and polish on them, but they've been such great genre defining titles over the years, and I thought that's an easy way for me to get in and have a blast, have a go without dropping 500 notes on fucking more dirty PlayStation stuff. Although I do love that PS5 controller. That I tell you what, the only thing really that impressed me with the PS5 was the controller. The feedback from it when you're playing a game and the way the triggers get tougher, and that won me over. Real good, brilliant system. Each to their own, but I've been more Xbox all the way through. But I'm thinking maybe it's time to journey to the dark side. So I'm going to have a go on the PS3 and I'm going to play The Last of Us. Hopefully it pulls me in. Maybe I should just hold off and not play it and wait until I get a PS5. But this is like thoughts up in the air at the moment. So I mean, fucking hell. Dropping 500 quid on a PlayStation, it's not going to happen overnight anyway. So, and then to play The Last of Us 2, again, watching that, awesome game. Really enjoyed watching that. Great story to it. But there's nothing like playing it yourself. So, but I think PS3 is the way to go. Have a little blast, get in amongst it. I know they've been rehashed and the playability's been improved, but it's my way of getting in, dipping my toe into PlayStation without dropping silly money, because no doubt how I would need to approach the PS5 is get the console, one game only, and not get anything else until I've completed that game. That's the only way I can see it working, because otherwise I'll end up going out buying loads of, I'll have 10 games, 20 games, 30 games, and I'll have actually played next to bugger all, and then it'll be in the same boat. I'll be sitting there scratching my head going, oh, I don't know what to play. So yeah, I'm gonna have a go on the PS5, free even, and then I'll just squint a bit when I look at the console and just pretend it's a PS5. So yeah, I've got some new additions, way, as well as the arcade cabinets. Got a couple of things to tick off the list. Firstly, this is one I got this through. Was it eBay? I've had to keep off eBay right now. eBay, I'm barred. This is an N64 title, NFL Quarterback Club 2000. It's a fodder game to just tick off the list. I'm pretty sure this was eBay. Quite a cheap sort of winning bid. Or was it a bid? I don't know. I've fucking watched so much on eBay recently, but I know I've got to keep off it. So it was just basically one to tick off the list. That can go in the cabinet. And then these are eBay. Two different sellers. And it's a bit of Mega Drive. Oh! Where they're a bit few and far between. I think it's something like 45 titles I need towards the full set. Blah, 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 blah. I am noticing that even just the fucking basic titles now, they're 65, 85, 90 quids to get a complete version. And it's soul destroying. That's what it is, bloody soul destroying. So I'm having a look through eBay, and a new listing has piped up, and it's I think it was 35 quid plus postage, or best offer. So I thought, I'm having a bit of that. So I chucked a fucking stupid offer, like 20 quid plus post. Really cheeky. And it was rejected. And then I tried 25 quid plus post, and it was accepted. I thought, oh, really bargain. And the only other one on the bay that I can find, or the cheapest one I can find on the bay of this particular title, is 65 quid. So I've got it for less than half the price just because it's not got a manual. And so, and that game is Cutthroat Island. Gina Davis. Oh, she's fucking beautiful. Back in the 90s. I love a chick with brown hair and all curly and frizzy and so it has got a bit of a chunk out the box, but that's the box. The actual inlay is all right. It's a bit the box seems to be stretched a little bit. It's got waviness down the side of it. That's the box, not the inlay. But yeah, Cutthroat Island. I remember that being quite a fun film, to be fair. Don't think it was anything too great, but it was fun, mindless fun. Cutthroat Island. So so yeah, it's one ticked off the list for less than half price just because it don't have a manual. The cartridge is all right in there. So I am having to really assess the collection a little bit, because do I really want to spend, I mean, it's bad enough spending mega money as it is, but to spend mega money just to get it complete with a manual excuse me, just to spend mega money just to get that extra manual. I mean, I can still put it on the shelf, it's there, it's done. Maybe I'll pick up the manuals further on down the line, but a lot of these games I'm needing now, you don't see them complete for sale, for one thing, or it's a case of they're fucking daft money when they're complete, because then it's got the rare collector's condition and all this shit all over it on the base. So or in shops they're just going for top money. So I'm quite happy to pick up titles that, it's not ideal, don't get me wrong, but it's ticked off the list. For me, it's about ticking them games off the fucking list, and then I've got the lot, and then I can bust out a console and get playing them one by one. Hey, there's a thought. Now, I've made a bit of a boo-boo. I was looking through the bay the other day, and I looked at my list, and then I thought, I haven't got that game. And it was up for something stupid, and all of a sudden I've just found myself, it must have been the fairies that did it, guiding my hand to click in, place an offer, and I've won it. And then I've suddenly thought, I now know why I didn't have that game, but it was too late. It was the fairies that did it. Fucking hell. This is a Mega Drive game. It's a PAL release. Battle Frenzy. Now, I don't go for variants. They're all original release games that I've got in the collection, and they are all original. We don't have any fakey inlays or what have yous. But this game, I've seen this up for sale. It was quite cheap anyway, but I whacked in a cheeky offer and won it, bought it, paid for it, and then realised, I know why I ain't got that. That game is basically a different game, but from a different territory. And it's got a foreign language. So whether it's, I would say it's probably, I ain't got a clue. Well, it's not English anyway. I think with most foreign languages at school, I was skiving school and playing with my girlfriends at the time. But I can't think of the game now. Is it? Oh, I'm sure it's a. Would it be Body Count? No, it's not that. I need that one. Anyway, it's basically a PAL release title, but obviously come from a decent seller. It's got a bit of a creasage in the manual, but for what I paid for it, it was less than 20 quid, all posted, all done. Jobs are good. And so it was a no-brainer, really. And to be honest, although it's a kind of a variant, it is a different title. It is a PAL release. So I'm pretty sure I'll just chuck it in amongst the collection. And I just won't count it. It's just an oddball title that's there. It's an official release. But as I say, usually I just go for UK PAL releases. But there is another one. I think it's Dragon Ball on the Mega Drive. That's all foreign. Is it French or something? And I'm probably going to get that just to tick it off the list as well. So we've got a couple of Mega Drive editions. Then a mate of mine, an old mate, need another swig. An old mate of mine over in Colchester, call him Colchester John. Saved on my phone, Colchester John. For years, known him now. I used to train in Colchester at the gym, the Arena, legendary old school gym, and used to travel to Colchester 3 nights a week. And where I was buying games, fucking handfuls of games by the week, hoovering as much as I could up. John was one of the guys that, way back when, used to sell stuff on Facebook, on the marketplace, but I think it was before even marketplace was about. And somewhere along the line, our paths crossed, and I bought stuff off him, and became mates from there on. And usually he's got sort of auctions on the go or stuff for sale, and I'll keep an eye out on what he's selling. And he knows I'm into my gaming, crazy gaming collection. So anything gaming related, if he puts it up, usually I keep my beady eyes out on it. Shout out to John, Colchester John. Hope you're doing all right, fella. So he put up a bit of a auction the other day, and I see a Mega Drive game in amongst it, and I thought, oh. And the starting auction price was £2.50. I thought, oh, it's got to be done. It's a no-brainer. I know I've got the title, and I thought, have I got the manual with it? Have I got the manual? Have I got, what's my one like? And then I just, my complete mind blank, and I thought, fuck it. To get him rolling on his auction as well, I'll bid £2.50 on it. Happy days. And there was a shelf unit I bidded on as well. But I had a real busy day that day, and I completely forgot all about it. And I did mean to keep an eye on it, because the shelf unit would have done me a blinder up here. It was a little sort of a shorty one, so I'd have had a space for that. But busy day, mine went blank. Happens often. And so on the following day, I get this message through from him, private message saying, "You won, £2.50 bid." And I'm thinking, fucking hell, have I won the shelf unit or the game? Because I initially did it, it didn't have many bids. So I thought, oh, I'll get in there, do a couple of bids, and they're bits that I would have or I can use in any way. And yeah, so and even up until the day I was going to collect it, I arranged to go and pick them up, drop by with a boy. We had a good chat, and the boy was with me, and he always tries to have a joke with a lad and wind him up. But until I got there, I didn't realise what I'd actually won, and so it was a bit of a surprise, that it was the game. £2.50. So I'll buy that for £2.50 all day long. It's not in bad condition. It is all complete, and I thought I'll risk it for a chocolate biscuit. And so I thought, I'll grab that just in case my copy is a load of shit. It hasn't got the hang tab. Oh, the things I do to get bloody hang tabs. But it's an honest copy of NBA Jam. And I thought, just in case there's any of that I need, I can swap it over. It helps him out, gets a sale for him. But also, you know, I can do something with it. if nothing else, I can use the box or the inlay, or the, you know, I can trade it towards other stuff with other pals. It gets John a sale, and it, you know, gets me something in the old trade pile. So cheers, John, top man. Turns out my NBA Jam is like fucking brand new, with Manuel and inlays. Just, it's like fucking brand new. So it was worth a punt at anyway. But I appreciate that, John. Cheers, mate. And while we were there, we was having a chat about the world and whatnot. And he said, yeah, look, I've got a couple of these. He said, you can have one of these. He said, it's probably shite. But I haven't yet busted it out and had a go. But he gave me that. He said, this might be your cup of tea. Might not. Might be fucking terrible. Includes over 200 games. Retro TV games. It's basically a controller with the games built in. I haven't yet experienced it. It's all sealed. But I thought, yeah, we'll give that a go at some point. He said he'd come by a couple of them, so he thought of me for it. So it was a nice freebie deal. Really appreciate it, John. Cheers, mate. I know every now and again he watches me stuff, me ramblings, me talking shit on the tube. So if you do tune in, yeah, thanks a lot, John. Cheers, mate. I will have a little go at that at some point. So yeah, the pickups have been a bit thin. That was it for now. It was enough buying them 2 fucking cabinets within the space of a month and a week, I think it was. Although I did a bit of wheeling and dealing. You got to. So yeah, I've mainly come up here really to grab me boxes for the games that I'm going to take the CEX and trade in. There's a couple of games I want to get. That's, as I say, PS3. I'm going to play Last of Us. I'm going to try and get into that. I've got Uncharted there as well, so I can have a little blast at that. And the great thing is, it's just a case of chuck the disc in, way, and you can actually play a game. How about that? There's no waiting fucking 3 days for a download. But in the bedroom, I've only got the PS3 set up. And so I thought, I know what I need. I need a way of playing a bit of retro in there. So local CEX have got the Mega Drive collection. And I think there's only £5 in there for the Mega Drive collection. So that's a no-brainer. So I thought, at least I can play Sonic while chilling out. It's got to be done. And Streets of Rage and all the others. Because I think that older, the PS3 version and 360 version, I'm sure there was something about that being a better version of a collection than the latest one that was on the Xbox One and PS4. So yeah, it's worth a go. 5 rubs. Also got an original Xbox game that I need, I noticed. So it's got to be done. Hopefully it's complete. And then I'll have a little bit of trade credit to have a little ponder. Might find a crappy old kung fu movie or an action film with Van Damme or Stallone or Schwarzenegger or something in. A bit of an old school 90s. I'm still in that mood with my films, watching the old stuff. It's got to be done. We've got it planned this week when the boys round. We're gonna finally get round to watching bloody Kickboxer and Bloodsport at some point. We watched Deadpool the other day. Everyone's going mad on bloody Deadpool. What with the latest film that's coming out, and unfortunately, where he's only 10, so although you'd see him, you'd think he's 13, going on 18. But unfortunately, you can't go and watch the Deadpool versus Wolverine because I think that's a 15. So yeah, so unfortunately we can't go to the cinema and watch that. So we watched Deadpool, the first one, and I must have fallen asleep to that last time I watched it because it was really funny. We had a great laugh watching that. And there's the silly bits like tea bags and and yeah, it's a bit gruesome maybe for a 10-year-old, but he's not your average 10-year-old our age geezer. So he really enjoyed it, and we had great fun watching it. So next we're going to watch Deadpool 2 as well. I had them on Blu-ray for, well, since they've pretty much come out. But like I say, I can't even remember number 2. And number 1, probably 2/3 of the movie. I remembered a bit of it, but I must have fallen asleep. So so it was a great watch. So yeah, so all good. So I'm gonna grab me boxes. I've had me boost, and I'm gonna get in amongst it, get down to CEX, and have a little look. Hope you've all had a good weekend so far. Thank you for watching. It's a bit of a ramble video and a bit of a random one and all, but I hope you're all well, and really appreciate all the comments and all the subs coming in and whatnots, and yeah, long may it continue, hopefully. Anyway, take it easy all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.